So we are about 50% of the way through this headlight restoration project. I hate doing this job. I would rather dig up my grandfather and eat his ass before I would do this again. Hey guys, and welcome back. In this episode, we'll be diving back into the Golf R, doing some of those upgrades I mentioned in the previous video. As I said, the headlights are foggy, and I am not a big fan of the taillights. So I did get new headlight housings, or lenses if you will, some Mark 6 European Golf R taillights, and some spacers for the rear. So that's on the agenda for today. Hello from the future. Same Jake, a little bit older looking. But I also noticed a leak from my valve cover, so I figure we're going to throw this in this video as well. That was part of the delay of releasing this one. I wanted to get the valve cover gasket done. There's no sense in doing a whole video on that. And at the same time, I got a new cam follower, so we're going to throw that in as well. So here are the taillights. Now, these are made by an aftermarket company. These are not the OEM VW ones because I was not going to spend $1,600 on taillights and then have to have also acquired VAGCOM to program them. So these are aftermarket with really good reviews. They are styled as OEM R taillights, so it's not some sort of cattywampus eBay style custom taillight setup. They do come with some ballasts, so we won't have to worry about getting VCDS to disable the turn signal thing on them. So they will work as stock, look pretty much as stock, and much better than the OEM ones. Another thing I got was some spacers for the rear. I mentioned in the previous video, I am not a fan with how much the wheels sit in on these cars, so I just got some 10mm spacers from ECS Tuning, and we'll throw those on. Now, the one thing I am not looking forward to doing at all are the new headlight lenses. Now, I got some. VW doesn't sell them OEM, so I had to get them aftermarket. And essentially, I have to sit there and pull the whole front end apart. I am not looking forward to this at all. For anyone that's ever done any type of separating or replacing headlight lenses, they know exactly what I mean. But I did get some OEM style sealant for them, and then I also got this headlight lens sealer to hopefully stop them from getting oxidized in the future. Now, I have no idea how to take these headlights apart or how to take them out, but as far as I know, VW, more than likely I'll have to pull the whole front bumper off to pull the headlights out, throw them in the oven, have Lauren chew my ass out for putting in headlights in the oven, and then peel them off, put the new ones on, reseal them, and put them back in. So hopefully I could just get the bumper dropped down and I won't have to worry about removing it completely, just enough to get to the hardware. Now, in the previous video, I did mention my dislike for the OEM taillights. There's not necessarily anything wrong with them. They function just dandy, but the European R taillights look a million times better and suit the aggressive nature of this car. So to make my life easier, I am going to start with the easy stuff. I'm going to throw the taillights on, I'm going to throw the spacers on, then I'll move to my headlight woes.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy, and silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind...
Man, what a world of difference. Something as simple as taillights looks so much better.
Little tough, I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me. But let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me. But let's be really real, anxiety can foggy.
So the taillights are on. Of course, something that I thought would take 10 minutes took much longer because the turn signals and the reverse lights are not LED, and the bulbs that came with them, the one for the left hand side was burnt out for the turn signal, so I had to run out and get more bulbs. While I was out, I got LED reverse lights, so that's a thing now, and I think that makes it much better. As for my spacers, apparently they are wrong. They're the right lug pattern, but the hub spacing or the hub centric size is immensely wrong. So I will have to reach out to ECS Tuning and get that corrected. So no spacers are going on this car, neither here or there. Now comes the part I was not looking forward to. Time to spin the car around, pull the front end apart, pull the headlights out, and change those housings. I am not looking forward to this job at all.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please.
So headlights are removed. Time to throw them in the oven. I don't know the specs for this car for throwing your headlights in the oven, but I'm going to preheat it to 250 and I'm going to throw it in there for 5 or 7 minutes with the hope that I could peel off the original headlight housings and replace them with the new ones. Wish me luck.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
So we are about 50% of the way through this headlight restoration project. So this one's all clamped down. This is the driver's side headlight and it looks fantastic. Passenger side one still needs to be done. Alright guys, so we're on day 2 and I'm a little bit less angry today. I slept on it. I managed to crack this little tab here, so I'm gluing it on this headlight. Last night I had this headlight assembled and I didn't like the way it was sitting, so this morning I took it all apart again, cleaned it all up, removed more of the sticky residue from before, and I'm much happier with that headlight. This one went actually a lot easier, as usually the second ones do. I was able to get all the sealant out of it, but I did notice that these lenses that I bought must be for a Golf, not just a non-projector one, because there's these strange tabs here that the old ones don't have, that I just took a hot knife and I cut off because they were in my way. So now I just gotta reassemble everything. Let's get it done.
I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay, cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency, a message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with, now they looking nervously. And I don't really care what you think of me, respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe, I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me. I don't give a fuck what you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Now, before we start, a couple quick things, since if you're watching this and you have to do valve cover gasket and cam fouler, the torque spec on the valve cover gasket, and I'll try to put up a picture of the pattern, is 7.5-ish foot-pounds, or about 10 Newton meters, and same with the high pressure fuel pump. The 3 bolts that hold that on are also 7.5 foot-pounds, or 10 Newton meters. So we'll interrupt this program. I got the valve cover off and I just popped out the coil packs, and there was a lot of oil leaking from the valve cover gasket around cylinder, I guess that'd be 3. Either way, that soaked this coil pack pretty good. This is what dripped off of it just after I pulled it off. So I'm glad I'm doing this valve cover gasket, that's for sure. That wasn't bad at all. It was a pretty easy job. I'm very happy with the condition of the cam fouler. I had some worries about it because there was really no history of if it's been done, but it's definitely been replaced because it was in pretty decent shape, I would say. The valve cover gasket, on the other hand, was definitely the original one with 150,000 miles on it, because this valve cover has never been off this car because all the clamps were still the OEM crimp style that were on there. So not bad for 150,000 miles. And I mean, that valve cover was pretty crusty, so that would explain why it was leaking. Overall, pretty easy, pretty happy with it. The headlights, I'm so glad that's over with, and they look and work great. Tail lights, same thing, no warning lights. The only issue really with the taillights is I had to take out the LED reverse bulbs because they throw a light out warning, so I either have to get different bulbs or get somebody with VCDS to disable that warning. So to summarize really quick, the last month and a half or something like that of ownership of this car, so far it's been solid. I've put on nearly 2,000 miles on the car. I've been driving it a lot and it hasn't missed a beat. It runs great, it's fun. The only thing, like I said, was the valve cover that was leaking, which it had every right to, being the original one. Other than that, she is dry, solid, drives straight, and I really can't fault VW, aside from it's kind of annoying when it goes to reconnect to Bluetooth because it searches through all the other phones that were connected to it, which is just something I have to figure out how to delete the old numbers or phones that were stored in it. It hasn't really missed a beat. It needs some tint. I'm so used to driving a taller car with tinted windows and lights constantly blind me, so that's definitely something I have to add to the list, is tinting it, because I have too many glares at night. I definitely have more ideas and stuff I'm gonna do with this car. I looked at the timing belt and it's in good shape. It definitely looks like it's been done. So I'm probably gonna aim towards throwing some more horsepower at it. We'll see about that. But we'll leave it off there. I have to now prep the C63 for the final 2-day autocross event. Yes, that car is still around and it's still the racing season. So I gotta get that thing ready for the road this weekend and for racing. So that will be the next video. It's probably gonna be a little bit longer than most since it's gonna be a 2-day event or 2 days of racing. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.